After all the things that are going on, this is my conclusion. If you are still voting left, I'm not saying Democrats are bad people. I'm not saying liberals are bad people. But it seems like the party has been taken over by non logical people. If you're still voting left after all of this stuff, just the fact that there's been 2 attempts on Trump's life, with a third weird thing happening in Arizona, and then Iran makes a video of how they would take Trump out. So that's low key 4 things. So 4 things. Okay. No one should be targeted. If you have to think about why do people want this man? First of all, let's just break it down what it could be. You can say there's a group of people that control the world, okay? And if they do, everything's a show, and you've got these people over here, Kamala and Walls now, just new players, and Trump comes in as the villain, and it's wrestling. He's over here. We're so invested, and Trump and her and him, and we're like, oh my gosh. And it's literally between that and football and baseball and fucking PS. I don't know. There's just 25 different things that it takes our focus off of these bigger things. You could even say that Diddy is a distraction for a bigger thing. These are all potentials, but there's obviously truth coming out with it. So I talked to a few people. I won't name names, but one of them is very famous. And this person told me, I said, is Trump the real deal? She said 100% yes, 100%. He is not a part of the game. We have to vote for him. He literally does not want us to turn into communism and other things. I said, are you sure? Now, this is a person who has his ear, and he is a fan of hers. And I said, yes. And she said, 100%. And this person has nothing to lose. And then another person I know who's got more political history than the first person, I asked him and I said, is Trump an outsider? And he went, and this is a person that worked in a lot of different politics. And he said, He said, he's the most outsider that we'll get. And I said, was he an insider? He goes, most definitely was an insider, pissed them off, went rogue, and now is an outsider. Is he still an insider? Like he wants like tax cuts for the rich and, different things for rich guys? Of course. But he is a man of the people. So I said, so it's real. And he said, 100%. He goes, he was booted out, and now, because it's usually both candidates are controlled by the bigger things. And he goes, you'll see it. You'll see other people are with him. They want to deal with Trump because they know his power. And so I said, so it's real. He said, yeah. And I go, he told me this. He says, I don't like Trump as a person. He goes, his ego's too big and other things. Okay. I think Trump's hilarious. So if you're funny, you get away with a lot with me. My guy who said this, also very big. He's a guy with a very big, strong personality. So maybe they've clashed. I don't know. But he said, but I'll vote for him all day, every day. We have to vote for him. But he said, yeah, I don't like him as a person. He didn't like certain stuff about him, this and that, because he doesn't care. And he doesn't want to go. No one wants to go on record, and I get it. And I'm not lying to you. And I thought these are 2 good minds to pick that are from different places but similar. And I said, wow. And he said, yeah, dude, I don't give a what Trump does personally, as long as he's not illegal. Obviously, if there's illegal stuff, he doesn't back it. But he said that no, they're throwing the book at him, and that's all real. So it takes me back to this. In a world where we love an underdog, we love a kitten more than a cat. We love a puppy more than a pooch. We love a baby chick more than a chicken. I'm not saying we don't love all those other things, but we love innocence. We love an underdog. We feel for the bad. Obviously, Trump is an older guy and a hardened animal. But he is a baby chick in this world because he never did it before and he won the first time. And he felt like everyone's coming to get him. That's why he's gotten so many followers. Because he talks to the people the way we want to talk. He seems level-headed. Who cares he has a huge ego? Hello. We all have huge egos. I'm sorry. People that don't say they don't have a huge ego don't have huge egos. They have huge egos. Okay? Everyone's a big mouth. Everyone's it's just not true. All the hardcore lefty people are just mad that Trump is a bigger ego than their ego. Okay? They can't stop and look at themselves and go, yeah, I really am a big mouth sometimes. I really am a know-it-all. I really am a wine warrior. I drink wine. I think I know everything. I really am a miserable, shrew. I really am an angry cuck. I really am. I'm not saying not everybody, but these stereotypes fit, okay? And if you know what? Let's be honest. I'll start. I wear on my hat, the back of my head. There's some issues on the back of my head. I don't want you to go and judge me on my baldy right now. Some days I'll take it off, but I can admit it. So it goes back to that. Just admit that you have a little bald spot in your head. So, and I'll tell you why later. It's because I'm famous. People have a vision of me. I know. So I really go off the rails, but I hope the people that get me. So it goes all back to this. If you're a left-leaning person, after all of this stuff, after I just checked, I did all the checking. 2 people, they've told me he is real. He's in it to win it. He's in it to not do war. He's in it to be prosperous. He's in it to let things grow. And the other party is about suppressing. I mean, look, he brought in Tucker Carlson, kicked out. Seems like the biggest truth teller in media. Megyn Kelly, Alex Jones. He's been right on so many things. Russell Brand. All these people have been thrown out by the establishment. But yet, all the lemmings are still with the establishment. Which is telling you what? Everyone's going, don't go there. Don't. That's a bad part of town. Don't. And everyone's like, no, you're still like you're zombified. They're like, don't eat that. It will give you diarrhea. And everyone's like, well, how many more? I mean, you have all these people that are outsiders that were deep insiders. And they're like, no, it's a dirty game. So 27 minutes for that to tell you that if you are still voting left, you are either one of 3 things. You are either brainwashed, which I will not judge you. I'm annoyed at you, angry that you can't stop and look at yourself and look at everything and go, is 2 and 2 4? That's why they keep changing the math. That's why they keep making dick and pussies dussies. They're making them one thing because they don't want you to have any base reality anymore. Since once they confuse you on your ball sack, you're confused about everything because you're like, I thought my dick was my dick. You're telling me my dick is my clit? Again, this isn't for the people that are tortured, that literally came out of the womb like that and lived their life and now they're 48 years old and they want to change. This is not for you. I'm sorry for your pain and you have to live your life to be happy. I'm talking about the movement, which became very, very popular in the last 5 years, that we know is some brainwashing. It's not hate. It's just a real thing. Do I need a gay guy to come on here to tell you, yeah, this is intense, okay? So they're confusing base reality, okay? CNN had the audacity to say, this is a banana. And if someone tells you it's anything other than a banana, they're lying. CNN, we only deal in truth. I'm like, that was the dumbest ad because you're liars all day. So, look, if you're brainwashed, snap out of it! Look around you! Forget your friend group. Forget your work group. Forget your social circle. They're not your friends. Snap the out of it. It's okay. Only a real man can walk alone. Walk alone. Go out of your house, your apartment, your cardboard box, whatever you're in, and walk and go, what the are my belief system? Don't expect you to change overnight. I don't expect you to even change a lot. Just be open to the possibility that everything you have been sold is a work. It is WWE. And we'll start at the baby reality of just for money and power. That's just the baby reality. There's many more levels to it. But let's just start you there. If you got a beach house and you love your beach house and you're always drinking White Claws and barbecuing, and it's unlimited White Claws and barbecue and big butted housewives that come over when your wife's not there. If you could have that for eternity, would you want to mess it up? That's what the elite are. A guy that doesn't want to lose his beach house. You could say, well, what, do you have some elite? Yeah, sure. I'm very financially privileged, okay? I've done well. I believe I worked hard, and I got some breaks. But I don't have that mindset of over you. I believe I can have a Del Taco burrito, and you can have one too. And if it's big enough, I like to share it. I don't have to give you half. I'll give you a quarter. If I'm really hungry, I'll give you half. Not hungry, I'll give you half. Anyway, that's number one. Number two, if you're voting left, you're getting paid. And there's multiple people that I know, at least 3 people, little influencers, that are cucking so hard for Kamala, which is, that's fine, you can like her, but no one knew who she was 3 months ago. And now these people are like, oh, she's the greatest, she did this, she did that. Where people are saying that her grandmother wasn't even alive when they took this picture with her. There's a picture, and that, like, who they say her birth grandmother was, that there's a work in her backstory. The whole thing what Trump is doing with the black and Indian thing is not to be an asshole or a racist. It's just to say, yo, if she's lying about that, what else is she lying about? That's all. Personally, I know we're not allowed to speak on it, but I'm black. I'm going to tell you why. Because the original bones of human remains, the first bones of man, was found in Pretoria, Africa. Pretoria, look it up. It's called the Cradle of Man. It's where the first bones of any human being were ever found, and it's Pretoria, South Africa. So, I could say this because I came from those bones, so I'm black. There's black in me, not in me. Get it? No Diddy. And the other thing is, I've shot 3 movies in South Africa, 1 in Pretoria. Tremors 5, Tremors 6. So I have privilege. No, but it's true. So don't we all have a little black in us? So do I think Kamala's black? Of course. But she definitely probably has some Indian. It shouldn't matter. None of it matters. I don't care. I don't care if she's Irish, black, Chinese, Arab. I don't care. I just, I want someone to be honest, or if they're not honest, be a good liar. So that's why that whole thing is being said. Not because of racism. So, and the third thing, if you are still voting left, is you're a deviant. You're a deviant, and you like your deviant ways, and there's levels to deviancy, as we know. There's the pre-1 a.m. Diddy, which is, not deviant if you're having a good time, everyone's hanging out. If you go to a Diddy party and you meet a chick, and it's consensual, and everyone's above age, and you have a couple drinks, and you left that party, let's just be rational, and you guys hooked up, and it's been, a couple decades, and you guys have always been cool, that's totally normal. That's just, apparently they say at 1 a.m., these things change. That's number one. I'm just saying, you're a deviant. You like deviant things. You're a deviant. You can't just have normal sex. I'm not saying you have to be monogamous. I'm just saying you're a deviant. You're a little bit of a perv. You could be a lot of a perv. I don't know. But you know that the left supports the do not judge me culture. So the goal lines, like that field goal, just keep getting pushed back and back and back and back. And soon, your dog up the ass will be considered a holiday. Did I say that? And you think that's crazy, but I saw this, and this is not a gay thing. So if you're gay, someone defend this statement. I do a gay show every week. I love gay people. I love straight people. This is a belief system thing. The Pride Parade in San Francisco, there was no one under 21 should be able to not go to a Pride event. It should be 21 and up. That's my opinion. Or maybe 18. I don't know. Adult. If it's a parade and it's cute, fine. But the other stuff gets crazy. When the thongs and different stuff, that's nothing. At the Pride event, I'll show you a video. I don't want to show it to you. You can look it up. There was a pool where a woman could urinate on people's faces in a pool, a little inflatable pool. And it was a section of the event. That's deviancy. That's more than deviancy. That's degeneracy. That's actually disturbing. I saw the video. It came up on Twitter, and I love X, but this is the problem with it. It shows you so much. I don't want to see it. And I'm just going to be blunt. She was a stream of piss defacing this guy, and people were lining up. I almost puked. That's not a gay thing. That's not a trans thing. That's not a non-binary thing. That's a degeneracy thing. I'm sure half of those guys in there were straight. Sure. I'm sure some were gay. That's just a degenerate thing. Unfortunately, the degenerates hijacked the gays. You understand? They hijacked the gay day. So now a lot of people that don't do critical thought go, the gays did it, which all you have to do is walk down Sweetser and 3rd, and the best lawns in the business are all gay. The best houses, the best yawn. The gays come to your neighborhood, property values up 300%. Done deal. This is not a gay thing. Man, I'm making such a point right now. It's a degeneracy thing dressed up as a gay thing. But if you want to go deeper, it goes back to our old buddy, Satan. So anyway, let's make this very clippable. If you're still considering the left after everything I just told you, assassination attempts, multiple sources telling me it's legit, that Trump's run is for that. Even people that don't personally like Trump still believe in him. How he's targeted, Trump is clearly not a perfect person. I'm clearly not. Clearly there's a lot of stuff there. But you have to look at that and go, is he targeted? Are they trying to take him out because he's gonna f shit up in a good way? And all these Hollywood players are successful. I'm successful too. Yes, I may not be in mainstream stuff as much as you think or see or whatever, but I do a lot of stuff. It doesn't behoove me to talk to you about this. I'm only doing it because it feels good. And I'm like walking around thinking I'm in a insane asylum. The whole world is Fremont Street. Fremont Street makes more sense to me than the world at the moment. This Hollywood makes Fremont Street look like a beautiful day in the park. Low key, Hollywood makes Fremont Street look like a nunnery. And that's crazy because there's a lady that dresses up like a nun on Fremont Street. Look it up. So if you're voting left, you're one of 3 things: brainwashed, getting paid, or a deviant. That's it. Somebody said, I'm so tired of these doom and gloomers. I'm not a doom and gloomer. Go out. This guy said, go out in the sun, hold your hand with your girl, have a great meal. Yeah, dick bag. I do all that. And the whole reason I talk is because I want to keep doing that. It's not like I sit here 24 hours jerking it to doomsday. It's that I'm like, this shit invaded my life. I'm like minding my own business. So I'm like, that's weird. Yo, hold on, that's weird. I went up for an audition. They wouldn't see me because I was a white male and we need diversity, which is great. But like, okay, that's new. And then, wait, they're not going to see me because I'm not authentically gay, but it was a gay role. But I can act gay. Well, you're not. It started affecting that. Oh, I say this joke in a club. That's offensive. I can't. So if I didn't start getting things, I'm not saying I should have carte blanche, but I should have basic rights to exercise my art and be the best man for the job or woman. You should be able to play different characters. You should be able to tell jokes within a safe space that people understand what it is. And obviously with nuance. But once that started happening, I started looking around and I started seeing it affecting all walks of life and everybody's world, from accountants to people that work at Sephora to here to people that work at Del Taco and whatever. I'm like, this is my job. So I say it. Rant complete.